Hello everyone, welcome to the Testing Trainer YouTube channel. In this session, we are going to discuss why do we need to test. In last session, we discussed what is software, what is testing, and what is software testing with a few examples. I hope you all know what is software testing, I mean basic understanding of software testing. Now let's see why do we need to test. Before before going to the question why do we need to test, where testing fits and how do we test, and there are so many questions we will be having in mind, right? I can understand that, but keep that aside. Let's just see what happens if we don't test here. Okay, right. Now you know the basic example. Let's take a car examples. Okay, so you can clearly say, if I don't test a car, okay, after the car has been manufactured, all the fitting and everything is done, if you don't test the car, what happens? It's a huge loss. Like people will be unsafe. You never know what is going to happen. We all assume, okay, we built something and it will be working. Even a big companies who are there in the industry for several years, they they will think, okay, they may think, okay, we have done a very good job, it should work, but it actually doesn't work that way. You have to test it. All the major, as I said earlier, all the major industry, the testing will be performed. Now coming back to the software testing, if we don't test, the major loss will be like it will be a poor quality product, right? It will be basically you will get a very poor quality product, and you will, the reputation of a business will be lost. Right now, you may have a question, what is a poor quality product? By the way, I don't know what is poor quality product. I mean, at least software. So if you build something and if it doesn't work, then it's a poor quality, right? So you go to a shop to buy some dress for yourself, and if you want to buy a shirt, and if the shirt is of poor quality, it will last only for a few times, and then after that it may tear, or it may be the color may be gone, so, or it may be worn. So lots of you know what is quality very well. So in software, the quality, when I say quality, have you ever noticed in a social media, the like button is not working or missing? Whenever you tap the like button, you hear some noise, and then you'll be seeing that you liked it, right? But you might not noticed because that the proper testing will be done after they develop a product, and each and every release they'll be doing a very good testing to make sure all the functionality is working very well. So that's how you can achieve a good quality product. If a button is missing, then that's a, you can't perform that action. If a like button is missing, see, you cannot perform that action, right? So what happens? Okay, you may say like, okay, what happens if like button is missing? It's not going to be a big deal. Okay, for social media, it's not going to be a big deal. But think about a bank. Okay, so you have a you opened your internet banking, you wanted to transfer the fund, and transfer button is not there. So there are several situations. Customer may want to do an emergency fund transfer for health, for operations, or several things, right? If they are not able to do it, that will be a big problem. So that's a poor quality product will lead to a huge loss for people, right? Similarly, for the healthcare side, if you have an app to track some important things, and if it's not working, then it will be a huge loss, right? And the payment made in an e-commerce, if you take an e-commerce website, payment has been made, but the product did not deliver. So what happened? Customer will be furious, right? So those kind of impacts will possess a great risk to the business. Okay, in terms of business, it possesses where it creates a very bad impression for the customer, to the customer, and then the reputation of the business will be lost, so you can't get it back. So that's why you need to perform a very good testing. Coming back to like, leave business, even in all other entity, for charity or anywhere, if the functionality is critical, If the functionality is involved with health details or finance details or anything, then the risk will be higher. And if the, for example, in a e-commerce website, if the amount is incorrectly displayed, which leads to a big monetary loss for the business, right? So the loss will be in a different side, like the loss will be in a business reputation side, the loss will be in a financial side, and the loss will be in the branding side, so several things. So those are all the impacts if we don't need to test, if we are not testing. Okay, now I will wrap this session with a final example. You all know Google, right? So yeah, have you ever noticed the search button in Google never worked? If you type something like, okay, what is software testing, and click search, every time Google returns a result. What does it mean? So they have performed a very great testing there. That is the reason every time it is working. So testing is always mandatory. Let's see in the next session. Thank you.